Welcome. This is Streaming Idiots. I'm Tom Sinclair, and I am so glad you are with us here today. As you can tell, I didn't have the intro working just right today, but that's that's the way live streaming goes. Big, exciting stuff going on today. First, we have a very exciting announcement that we'll get to in just a second, and then we have a how-to that I think you're going to want to stay for. The how-to we practiced in pre-show, and it worked splendidly. Well, almost. So we've tweaked it a little bit, and we'll see if we can't get it going. Streaming Idiots is all about live streaming. We have guests and all sorts of cool folks on every week. We hope you'll join us. We're every Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, and available after that on Facebook and YouTube and sometimes Twitter. So we would love to have you join us and subscribe to any of that stuff as is appropriate. We also would love to have you come over to our, whoops, it was supposed to be right there. There it goes, there. to our website at easternshorebroadcasting.com, because then you can get it on the chat. So if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube directly, come on over to easternshorebroadcasting.com and click the Watch Live tab so that you can get in on the chat room. We've got a bunch of folks in chat. And they what are they talking about? Oh gosh, so who knows what they're talking about? But my special guest today has a special announcement. So let's bring in special guest. Hopefully we've done it right. We'll bring in our special guest. There she is, Tess Protesto from PTZ Optics.
Hello,
Tess. So glad to have you
I'm
with
so
us
happy
today.
to be here.
This is
I'm
a
so
rare
happy to be here and that you invited
cameo
me.
appearance to have Tess on the show. Tess is the happy, fun part of the PTZ Optics Stream Geeks show on Mondays, and then they have the Tuesday lunch show, and then they have a Wednesday brunch show, and then they have a Thursday before you go to bed toddy show. Y'all have a show every day of the week, it seems like. Anyway, you're on all the time.
We are, essentially. Monday, Wednesday,
Yes.
Friday. Tuesday's a little impromptu, but we do stream Tuesdays.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. All right. So tell me about this big, I mean, I know what the big announcement is because I've been in on it from the beginning, but I wanted to bring you on and let you talk about it because you guys, PTZ Optics is really the big dog in this. So take it away. Tell us what the deal is. What is so big?
Okay, well, this is going to be really exciting for all of you House of Worship streamers out there, or House of Worship that would like to get into live streaming. We constantly are getting questions from people who maybe not have the funds to do a huge production for their House of Worship. So when we decided to do our biggest giveaway ever, we decided why not gear it towards houses of worships. So essentially, that's what the giveaway is. We've pulled together pretty much, I mean, so many large names in the industry that are willing to participate in this with us and offer some of their products and services, Tom Sinclair of Eastern Shore Broadcasting included. So it's kind of a big conglomerate of some big names. We've got vMix in there. We have New Tech in there. We have Magewell in there. We have, what else do we have in there? We have Wirecast in there as well as an option. We have a visit from Daryl Eves, and then you have support. This is going to be a big one for you guys, from Tom Sinclair of Eastern Shore Broadcasting on your vMix or PTZ Optics system, of course. Can't forget the main prize, 2 PTZ Optics cameras. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
And is there anything I'm forgetting, Tom?
I think the producer kit. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Or did we change it?
Yeah, everything that comes in the, I think that we are going to give everything that comes in the producer kit. So a streaming capable PC.
It's the whole
that comes
9
with capture
yards.
card cabling. We're making sure that
Yes.
this house of worship, this church, is going to get everything they need to have a professional live stream.
Tess is going to roll up in an SUV, open up the tailgate, and all this stuff's going to be in it. And we're just going to take it out and install it in some church or synagogue or other house of worship.
Oh my goodness.
Don't
I'm sorry,
forget
Dan.
X-Keys. Oh my goodness. Yes, really.
That's a huge one.
So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Now, you in order to enter, you have to go. Where do we go to enter, Tess? Oh my goodness.
If you want to put me full screen, we could share this overlay really quick.
we could do that.
So yes, if you want to enter, please share this with any house of worship that might be interested. You're going to head to ptzoptics.com/church-makeover. So ptzoptics.com/church-makeover. And there's a number of different ways to enter there. And we're really excited. You know, you have also all the way up until November to enter, because we are going to announce it at the WFX show in November in Orlando. What better place to announce a house of worship giveaway?
WFX, Orlando, November. Oh my gosh, I'm going to try to be there. That's going to be so much fun. Somebody is going to be some church is just going to freak out. And the WFX conference is a church conference too, isn't it? Yes, that's exactly why we thought this would be a good place to make the announcement. And of course, for us as a company, it's definitely a good plan to put it out there. Absolutely. All right, so you got to go to, hold on, let's get it back on again. You got to go to ptzoptics.com/church-makeover. And we'll make sure that this goes out into every social media that PTZ Optics and Eastern Shore Broadcasting are associated with. Share it with your friends. If your church doesn't do live streaming and wants to do live streaming, this is a great opportunity to get into it. It's going to be all the equipment you need, all the training you need, all the support you need from all the industry experts, the best of the best. It is so cool. It's going to be so much fun. And I'm stoked. Very well said. I am stoked. Me too. And, you know, Tess, I've got a theory about this whole thing, is that this whole concept of live streaming is not something that we discovered. It's something that was put into our path to be discovered. It wasn't something we created. It was already configured ahead of time. It's not like this is a surprise to God. Nothing is a surprise to him. I mean, he knows it all. Past, current, future. It's amazing. And so he knew that eventually we would trip over this technology, and it's perfectly crafted for what churches do, which is spread a message of hope and joy and love. And that's true of any house of worship. I mean, it just doesn't have to be a Christian church. It can be a Jewish synagogue or other faiths. I had somebody call me yesterday from a Russian Orthodox church, and they were interested in doing more with their live streaming than what they were doing already. So we told them about the giveaway. Well, this is so cool. Awesome. And I know you've got I think CNN is waiting to talk to you, so we need to let you go. Or was it Fox? I don't remember. Maybe it was ESPN. But there are calls. Important people are calling on your time, so we need to let you go. But thank you so much for the cameo appearance with us today. Tom, thank you for being part of the giveaway with us. You're always there for us, and we really appreciate it. So it's a lot of fun to be able to do this with you. Wouldn't miss it. And like you said, just one last big hand for Tess. Oh, one last thing. Okay, because she's talking. Well, no, I just wanted to agree with you what you said about. I know I can't stop, but I just wanted to agree with you what you said about live streaming, as cheesy as it might sound, being perfect for churches, because they're often, I feel like, always looking for ways to have more support, to grow their congregation, and this is really a great opportunity for them. So it is. That's that. Okay, and I just want to let you know you got out of your box, just so you would know. I did? Yeah, it's better. Okay. Of course. I talk with my hands. I do all that. I apologize for that. All right, here's the key. Here's the key. You got to put a confidence monitor behind the camera so that when you look at the camera, you naturally see yourself. Yeah, because, you know, I've got my computer monitor right here. I know, but right here is not right here. I'm looking at you right there. I can see you. You and I are making eye contact right now. Isn't that amazing? But because your confidence monitor is properly placed. It's right there behind the camera. My confidence monitor is here, and because I'm finagling this scenario. Well, yeah, this was just an off-the-cuff, ad hoc cameo appearance by that's what we do in the world of live streaming, isn't it? Current and future star. That's right. All right, get out of here. Get out of here. Thank you very much. All right, Tom. We'll see you next time. Thanks again for having me. Bye, Tess. All right, wasn't she great? She is awesome. She is awesome. Many thanks to Tess from PTZ Optics for coming on as a cameo, because we're doing the church giveaway thing, and it's going to be awesome. You've got several months to get your church in on it. If you're a member of a church that's member of a broader group, like a denomination or something like that, share it with your denomination. You're not going to decrease your odds of winning, but you want to share the concept with as many different churches as you possibly can. And not only when you enter, it's not like you just enter and put your name in. There are all sorts of different ways to enter. You can enter by liking a Facebook group. You can enter by subscribing to a YouTube page. You can enter by making a video about what your church would do if it won. And you get different points or numbers of entry with each thing you do. I think you get like 5 entries if you make a video. You get 1 entry if you like something. So there are lots of different ways for you to do that. And I would encourage you to do it. I would encourage you to share it with other churches on your block or other churches in your denomination or in your faith. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that, let's see, do we have, yeah, this is a still of Tess, but we'll go ahead and bring it back up again because it's ptzoptics.com/church-makeover. ptzoptics.com/church-makeover. Okay, there we go. So, what do we do now? Well, we haven't been able to get any of our stuff to work. Let's see if we can get this to work. This show, as you know, is a giant infomercial for my company, Eastern Shore Broadcasting. It's just an infomercial. Yeah, so if you're like in Europe or Central Asia, you're watching us late at night. That's when all the infomercials come on, is late at night. So this is an infomercial. And this is an infomercial. Well, let's go ahead and start the infomercial, shall we? There we go. Okay. So this is an infomercial for all the things that we sell at Eastern Shore Broadcasting. We sell vMix, we design and build custom PCs, and we have off-the-shelf PCs that we craft for live streaming. We sell PTZ Optics cameras and Magewell capture cards and X-Keys controllers and Yuan capture cards. And we've just added the Bird Dog line, the Bird Dog TV studio, and then the Mini coming out next month at IBC. So don't miss out. Now, we also have a special announcement. I've been working with vMix. I've been working with. Oh, hold on. Let's go back out of that. There we go. I've been working with vMix for a long time, but I've working with them just recently on a special mouse pad. And it's kind of a good news, bad news situation. The good news was that they have an awesome design, and they were getting them shipped to them in Australia, but apparently the shipment, you know how it is with UPS. Instead of saying vMix in Australia and them sending it to the Gold Coast of Australia, which is a beautiful time. It's winter down there, or approaching winter down there. It's in the fall. They accidentally messed up and they sent it to vMix, the vMix temporary headquarters, which is here at my studio in Fairhope, Alabama. So tomorrow, this trailer tractor load of mouse pads is going to show up. And, we're not going to be able to send them all over the world, but we can at least send them in North America. So if you need a vMix mouse pad, here's the one that we had from NAB. Yes, it about worn it out. But there is a special design in this new mouse pad, and the tractor trailer will be here tomorrow. And there's a special, I should have written it down in a graphic. Yeah, there's a special address that you need to send it to, and it is, hang on one second and we'll get it right up here, because we have all this great information right at hand. And it is, come on, here we go. It is, I need a mouse pad. I need a mouse pad at vmix.com. I need a mouse pad at vmix.com. Now, if you send it to I need 10 mouse pads at vmix.com, it probably will get kicked back to you. So don't try that one. But I Need a Mousepad at vmix.com will get you this exclusive USA version of the vMix Mousepad. Is that the truck now? No? Okay. And yeah, I mean, we've had to rent a forklift and we've had to rent some warehouse space because I don't know how many pallets of these things are coming in. So that's the deal. I Need a Mousepad at vmix.com. Okay. So if you're in Europe, you'll have to talk to the European mousepad distributor for vMix and contact vMix at I Need a Mousepad in Europe at vmix.com. No, not really. But if you're in Europe and you need a mousepad, send a note to I Need a Mousepad at vmix.com. You won't get the special USA edition, but you'll probably get something that's even better. All right, so now let's move right along to the technical portion of this show. And that is that I had a client approach me this week and said, Tom, I really need a back channel. I need to talk to my guests in private while my show is going on. I'm showing a video or I'm doing an intro or there's something going on that's being live streamed and is being recorded, but I want to converse with my guest and I don't want our conversation or our picture, our video, to be part of the recording. I want to be able to do a back channel on that. And so we worked for a little while, he and I, and I couldn't quite get it. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, Michael, let me go back and work on this on my own. You know, it's like, you know, all the pressure to perform. So so I did some research, and if you're looking for a place to do research on finding out some stuff about vMix, go to the vMix forum. It's forums plural, forums.vmix.com, and you can just do a search. You can do a search for mousepads, European mousepads. And you can find almost anything you need there. It's a great place for information. And sometimes you have to get a little of it here and a little of it there and put it together on your own in order to make it work, but that's okay. So I went there, and there was somebody that was sharing some concepts of using the solo channel and the A bus or the B bus in order to do that. And so Tommy Willis has already ordered his I Need a Mousepad at vmix.com. Okay, Tommy, you're probably on the list. There we go. So I actually had a guest on earlier that was going to help us with that, but he couldn't stay. He got called away, so I'm going to have to fake it. I'm going to have to fake it. Fake it till you make it. But here's the plan. Number one, you want to solo the guest. And that means when you solo the guest, that means you as the host are the only one that can hear the guest. Solo the guest, that's number one. And then the second thing you want to do is you want to assign your audio, my audio, to either the A or the B bus. And let's just call it the A bus for the sake of simplicity. And then, since you're on a vMix call, you want to change the guest's audio source to the A bus. So you solo the guest so that you can hear them. You change or you don't have to change it, but you add your audio to the A bus, and then you have their audio source become the A bus, so now that they can hear you. And then the fourth part is you take both your audio and your guest's audio off of master. And so what that's done is it's effectively created a back channel that is not recorded because it's not on master. It's only on the A channel for the guest, and then you're hearing it solo. And you can do this with a series of shortcuts. And so I have a shortcut that I called A. Well, I won't tell you about it. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. Okay, so let's go to a little desktop capture here. And let me bring up my shortcuts so that you can see them. We'll scroll down to the bottom. And I've got a bunch of them down here. You can see I've got A's to start all this process and B's to stop all this process. And currently it's set up with two callers. And so let's see. Okay, so you can see right here, we've got A, the key A, turning the solo on for guest number 1. And we've got the key A turning the solo on for guest number 2. And then let's skip down to the next A. Oops, that one may not even be configured correctly. Let's see. Audio bus off. Let's see what that one is. Okay. So here in this one, let's go back here. So this is A right here, audio bus off. I've basically taken the guest off of the master channel. And then here with this A, I've taken the host off of the master channel. And there with this A right here, I've put the host on the A bus channel using the audio bus on command. And then the last sequence in A is I have taken the guest and I have changed their audio source, the source of audio that they're listening to channel A. And then my B's right here basically undo everything I just did. And I've actually got it set up, again, I've got it set up for 2 callers, and it's not set up completely for 2 callers. I ran out of time. I was trying to add a second caller so we could get Tess on there, and I ran out of time. I think I didn't include the master on that one. So the idea is, again, number 1, that you turn on the solo for the guest. You turn on, well, in this case, you take the guest off of master. You take the host and put him on A, and there should be one on here that takes the host off of master. So that's, yeah, there it is right there. That takes the host off of master. So we'll take a look at that one. In fact, why don't we just walk through all of them? All right, so we've got solo on for guest number 1, and there's no value down here. So the key is A, the function is solo on, and then it's guest number 1. And then we'll do, this is guest number 2, which is exactly the same. And then we'll go to that one, which is for guest number 1, we're taking the audio bus off of, and M is the value for master. And you can see down here, it's got buses M, A, or B. And so the value is M for master. So I'm basically taking guest number 1 and I'm turning off their audio to the master bus. All right. And then we'll go and edit that one. A, audio bus off. We're taking the host off of the master bus. All right. And then we're taking the host and putting him on the A bus. We don't have to put the guest on the A bus, because if we did, then we would have to monitor the A bus and we would hear ourselves at the same time. So we would get that echo that you get, which is why we're using solo for them, because we don't want it. It creates essentially a mix minus. All right, so and then the last thing we do for the guest, and again, this is guest number 2, but it should be guest number 1, is we assign them to bus A. Or is that the same thing? Let's look there. Yep. Yeah, we're assigning their vMix call audio source to bus A so that they can see. And somebody says he thinks text messaging may be less complicated. Well, if anybody would like to call in, I can illustrate to you how it might work. Do we have somebody that's called in quite by accident? How did you get this number? Is that Marie? Oh my gosh. Oh, I know you got it because you looked at it right down here on the keys. Oh, you guys are so smart. All right, so let's see. Let's hold on a second. Let's get out of this and we'll go to this one right here. And this is not Tess anymore. And so let's merge that in right there. And let's get your audio on. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh, let me turn your audio down. You're too excited. I'm so glad you joined us.
Well, you shouldn't leave, so it's non-secret numbers. Open to everybody.
That's right. That's right. Well, I'm careless, and I live in a world full of trust. Okay, so here's the. Oh, you can't live like that. You can't live like that. So here's the deal. What I want to do is to create a back channel for you and I, and let everybody else at home hear that the back channel, that you and I can talk and they can't hear us, and they wouldn't be able to see us, of course, unless we weren't here. So I'm going to press the A button, and if I've done this
Internet.
Okay. All right. So let's see. So there we go. So we're back to normal. So we had a great little conversation, you and I.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And I agree. I agree that Jan should do that. He should do that. Definitely. Yep. Giles is saying in chat that he's got an NDI solution for that too, so that they can create a call screening situation. That's cool, Giles. I want to hear more about that. He's gonna have that ready for next week. So
He's just gonna
there
need
you go.
a bit more speedy on those numbers filling up the screen and getting onto vMix poll.
Yeah, that's right. So I've got to change all my numbers now. Doggone it. Yeah, Elmar's there. He's giving us the evil laugh. So yeah, if anybody else, here's the thing. If anybody else happened to see that number, they could call in right now, right on top of you, and knock you off. And yes, yeah, they could. Not that we would want them to, but they could. And I think that's a feature that vMix needs to add, is the ability to lock in a call. Once somebody's on a call, you shouldn't be able to knock them off. That's not a good thing. Because in the pre-show today, I had given both guests the same number by accident. And so I had Tess on, and then the second guest came in and knocked Tess right off, and she didn't know what happened. It was terrible. Okay, well, thank you for calling in and allowing me to illustrate this point so beautifully. And, and tell Jan that we didn't talk about anything we shouldn't have talked about. Yeah. Yep. All right, my dear. Thank you for your time. We'll see you later.
You're welcome.
All
Bye.
right. So there you have it. It works. It works in real life, and I appreciate Jan loaning Marie to us. Yeah, we know who wears the pants in that family. So as Giles says, there's a way to do that with NDI, and that'll be fun to discover. And if you're not an NDI person and you just want to do it the good old-fashioned way, using what essentially is just mixer controls with the solo and different buses, you can do all that with inside vMix. And I probably should write that out in a description. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll write that out in a description. Well, you've been very kind to bear with me today for this show. I appreciate you dialing in for that. Well, actually, you didn't dial in. Marie dialed in, and Tess dialed in, and our other guest, who will go unmentioned because he couldn't stay the whole time. But nevertheless, thanks so much for watching. Next week, we can't tell you. Haven't confirmed it yet, but we'll have a good show for you next week. That'll be Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern. I'm Tom Sinclair. This has been Streaming Idiots. You will definitely want to go to easternshorebroadcasting.com and sign up for our email list. We've got some specials coming out this fall that you're going to want to hear about, you're going to want to know about. And you also want to join our Facebook group on Facebook called Streaming Idiots, and then also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And by doing one of those three things, or maybe all three of those things, you'll be in the know with what's going on. There's a great group of folks at Streaming Idiots that are talking about live streaming practically 24/7, because we've got members from all over the world, and sharing ideas, sharing concepts. There's a lot of chatter right now about American football, because we're moving into that season, and all the different things that people are doing. But a lot of the things that they're talking about, they may be talking about specific to American football, but the application, of course, is much broader. So we would welcome you into those discussions at Streaming Idiots, the group on Facebook. Would also remind you that we have, coming up this fall in November, we're giving away an entire church streaming outfit. We're giving away the PC, the cameras, the software, the cables, everything you need. The only thing you're going to have to supply is power and internet. And I'm going to be there to teach you how to use it and to give you tech support after the fact. And it's going to be a ton of fun. ptzoptics.com/church-makeover will get you to the page where you can enter. So make sure you do that. Send it to all your friends. Subscribe, like, gift. What else can you do? Pat on the back. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So thanks for tuning in today. If you're watching live, stick around for the pre-show. We'll be doing pre-show in 37 seconds. Bye now. Post-show. Doggone it.